Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 8 from IDW. New York City versus Ninja Turtles Part 2, fighting our way to nowhere. We start off this issue with fighting, and it's Leo fighting inside a subway train, and he basically keeps talking about how he's meditating. He's on the Ganges River. He's talking to the little mud turtles, and then he realizes, actually, I'm not. I'm fighting against Foot Clan inside a subway, and my brothers are fighting their own battles. And I like how this panel right here is laid out, where all the turtles are fighting together in the sense that they're fighting in the same area, but they're all fighting different battles. And we even see them all separated from each other. So Leo's in one subway cart, Raph is in the other, and Mikey's fighting up on top. And it's kind of just showing how, even though they all have the same goal, they are all separated by their own issues. And I was like, all right, this is a pretty sweet panel. I like it. And then eventually they just get off the train, and then they realize they're all like together, and they're like, I told you to go find your own train. So they're just still having issues. I have no idea what the issues are about. For anyone who's been keeping up with IDW, I'm assuming the series is a continuation off of some kind of version of Ninja Turtles from IDW. I don't know which one. I don't think it's the main run, but maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to know why the turtles are fighting each other, or if that's something that's going to be revealed. I am very curious, like what the hell is causing them to be so angry with each other. But yeah, they basically fight some Foot Clan soldiers and run through New York while everyone yells at them and calls them murderers. And then we go back to the sewers where Donnie arrives, and Leo's basically talking about every time Donnie shows back from whatever he's doing at night, he looks worse than usual. Like, he's more beat up, he's cut up, he's bleeding, he's bruised, he's battered. And like, dude, you can't keep doing this. Like, whatever it is that you're doing, you can't keep it up. You gotta take a break, you gotta stop. And Donnie's like just ignoring them. All he talks to is Splinter, which is the dead rat on his shoulder. And that's the only person that he talks to. He doesn't talk to his brothers. He just talks to the dead rat. Meanwhile, his brothers just keep on arguing with each other. We cut to an abandoned building where we have the mayor. And he basically calls in all the criminals, all the dirtbags from the city. And he tells them, hey, you guys do what you want to do. You guys want to go rob. You guys want to go steal. You want to go shoot up someplace. I don't care. The only thing I want you to do is I want you to wear these animal masks when you do them. And basically what it is he wants people to start associating crime with mutants. So he wants the criminals to wear animal masks while they're committing their crimes. And they go along and they do that. And like, we see two thugs in animal masks trying to rob this couple. And Donnie shows up and beats them up. And the couple run out and basically say mutants are trying to kill us. I don't know how stupid this couple is. It's obvious that the people that were robbing them were wearing masks, but they assumed it was mutants. And then we get a fight between Leo and Donnie, where Donnie basically, like, he fights thugs, and then afterwards he goes to a soup kitchen where he like feeds the homeless and stuff. Then afterwards he just kind of sits and meditates on a building, and he gives some of his food to Splinter, who, again, is a dead rat. And Leo has been watching all this, and he basically says, Donnie, like, what the hell are you doing? And Donnie says, I think it's obvious, I'm trying to save the city. Leo says, yeah, against 3 thugs wearing cheap masks. Those losers are just a symptom. We have to cure the disease. We have to go after D.A. Hale. I kept saying mayor, but he's actually the district attorney. We have to fight him, and once we stop him, then all the problems will stop with him. Which, technically, there's some truth to that. But Donnie's like, you're fleeing. I know, so was I, until Father found me trapped in that cage. Without him, there was a good chance I might have lost my mind in that place. But you're here now, and that's what matters, Leo. Splinter's sure happy to see you. He knows where we're needed. He's got eyes all over the city. And Leo's like, there's something wrong with you. You haven't really been able to rest. Every time when you're at home, like, you're curled up and you're crying. We're going to have to confine you to the sewers for your own good. And of course, Donnie freaks out because he's like, you want to put me back in a cage. And so he kicks Leo and begins the fight. And once again, Leo's like, you're just a lunatic who talks to a dead rat who cries himself to sleep at night. And Donnie is like, I'm not the one that's crying. And at one point, Leo hits the rat off of Donnie's shoulder, off the building. Donnie dives off the building to go save it. And Donnie basically tells him, not being able to save those mud turtles, not being able to save yourself, you felt like you failed in your quest. I know it hurts, but you didn't, brother. You haven't even started it yet. I'm not the one that's crying at night. And I'm going to be skipping a bunch of pages. We do get to see Bebop and Rocksteady, and they're actually pretty badass here, which is funny because like every time when I see Bebop and Rocksteady, obviously I mostly associate them with the cartoon series, mostly the 1980s cartoon series, and recently with the Saturday Morning Adventures comic book series. So I always kind of see them as jokes. So it is pretty interesting to see them actually be badasses, and they just easily beat the crap out of the foot soldiers nearby, because the Foot Clan are getting upset with Karai. What Karai is doing, like making us be Hale's stooges, acting like common criminals, it's demeaning. It's demeaning to everything that our clan stood for. Her grandfather would be ashamed of her. And so they go to confront Karai, but as soon as like one of them touches the door, they basically turn into bones. And then we cut back to the turtles, and we have this really cool moment where Leo arrives and basically asks, like, hey, where's Donnie? And Mikey's like, I think he's there in his usual hole. And Leo can hear crying. So Donnie goes up to him. He's like, hey, I just want to apologize. I'm sorry about how I acted. I'm just worried about you, brother. I know that the city is suffering. The people are suffering because of us. And I think we just need to sit down together and hash this out. And then he pulls the cloak, and Donnie isn't there. Instead, it's just the dead rat and a note that says, brothers, take care of Master Splinter for me. Hug him when he cries. Love, Donnie. And then Raph's like, all right, come on, guys. We got to go. We got to go find Donnie. And Leo's like, do you guys hear that? And his brother's like, hear what? We don't hear anything. And that's when Leo realizes it wasn't Donnie who was weeping. And so he kneels down in front of the dead rat and he says, all right, Master Splinter, I'm listening. And I was like, all right, that was cool. Like, I really like that scene. It's basically showing that Donnie is actually talking to Splinter. I mean, we kind of got that in the last issue. But now Leo is starting to recognize that, oh man, maybe Donnie is the one that's right. That Splinter is here and he is communicating with Donnie. And that the crying isn't from Donnie. The crying was from Master Splinter because he sees his sons and just the pain and anguish that they're going through and how separated that they are from each other. That even though they're all together physically, emotionally, and mentally and stuff, they're all distant. And that's what's the crying that Leo was hearing. So now that he realizes that he's hearing Master Splinter cry, he realizes that Donnie has been right this whole time. Which should have given you kind of a hint when Donnie was able to mention things that his brothers went through that they didn't share with each other. Like the turtles dying on the Ganges River. Like, Leo didn't tell anyone about that, but Donnie knew. How did he know? Because Splinter told him. Because Splinter has been there with all of them in spirit. Yeah, I thought this issue was pretty awesome. I really like that. I like that reveal. Like, of all the ways you could reveal that Donnie was right, for Leo to come to that understanding. The whole crying was kind of poetic. But I'm enjoying the hell out of this run so far. It's been really freaking good. The artwork is fantastic. I love the story. The fight scenes are cool. Everything about this series has been really, really good so far. Minus Leo's standalone issue. Like, this one was more of a Leo-centric issue, and this one was a lot better. I didn't care too much for Leo's story where he was on the Ganges River, because I feel like that's Leo's entire shtick is, oh, I'm going to go meditate. I'm going to go meditate. I'm going to go meditate and find myself. Like, every single series, anytime there's like trouble with the brothers and they split off and do their separate thing, Leo's is always meditating to find himself. I'm like, can he just do something new with him? I mean, you had Raph go to prison. You had Michelangelo become a Japanese TV star in some kind of tokusatsu series. You had Donnie be cooped up in this cage where he had to like be forced to fight gladiatorial battles and slowly lose his mind. And then Leo's is going to some river in India where he's meditating with some turtles. Like, okay. Like, his was the most boring. But outside of that one issue, the series has been really fantastic. Absolutely love the hell out of it. So yeah, I recommend the series. I recommend this issue. This issue was really good. So that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 8 from IDW. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.